Hashtag Antifa. Pictures tell the story of the rise of anti-federalist fascism in the United States. This is Muerte Grotesca with a Know Your Douchebags dispatch for Radio Free America. Like, comment, share. It's free. Let us jump right into things with a map of the United States from 1864 to 1865 showing states, Confederate states, and territories. While here we have a color-coded map of gerrymandering behind the facade of states' rights, whose mission has been the seizure of the federal government since the Civil War ended. They've fought for the right to draw their own congressional maps in order to eventually seize control of the federal government like they are doing right now. All sides of the aisle are complicit in litigating our Constitution into meaninglessness. Even now, as they claim to be giving power back to the states, they are sanctioning states that have spoken loudly and clearly on the administration's approach to immigration. They will target any state that does not give fealty to Trump while championing the cause of states' rights. You take all of that and add the imposed poverty of the Reconstructionist era and you get some of the following. Graduation rates tell part of the story quite clearly. Which, of course, highlights a disparity in college educations as well. And what did they turn to, you might ask? Well, this map shows concentrations of Christianity. And that, of course, gives us this map of states that have restrictive bans on abortion. There is no way that the similarities in graphs can be overstated when looked at this directly and without the bias of political faction. Federalism is required for a functioning republic to continue functioning. Those that argue the position of what was once called anti-federalism, which has always been a states' rights platform, pretend to be afraid of losing autonomy and such other similar arguments. Think of it as just another part of the deregulation movement, as they are quite literally deregulating our Constitution. But their focus has always been on dismantling the Union in such a way as to take control of the federal government, so that they can impose the will of the few on all by some self-proclaimed moral superiority in their slave morality culture of intended victimization of every sort imaginable. A moral authority bereft of the very moral fortitude necessary to claim said authority to begin with. The time for talking to or with the enemy has long been over. Who is that enemy, you ask? Ignorance is the only enemy in whatever guise it chooses to wear. Uneducation, misinformed, anti-science platforms are synonymous with religious thinking and can have no claim to a moral authority whilst Israel commits genocide, and Americans and immigrants are illegally detained in places that violate our Constitution in numerous ways while being enacted under the grossest of violations in its denial of due process even to those who are here legally. Understand that there will be no peaceful transfer of power this time around. Is that what peeps need to see to get it? If so, that's way too late. Keep in mind that burning a Tesla is being treated as a terrorist threat by the asshole who exonerated the insurrectionists. This has been Muerte Grotesca with a Know Your Douchebags dispatch for Radio Free America. Like, comment, share. Hashtag fuck the cake. Hashtag eat the rich. Hashtag Antifa.